It's the Heart Museum, and I'm setting up a show. The show's called Psychic Slayer, and I'll take you through it, and maybe we can figure out why. Watching, actually, the first piece is a man's hat that flies across an empty room. It goes back and forth, and it's supposed to seem as if it's being, blown by the wind. It's kind of me trying to make a sculpture out of a scene from a movie. It's from a movie called Miller's Crossing, and Miller's Crossing in the movie it's a movie about mobsters, and Miller's Crossing is a place in the woods where they take people to kill them. So there's a scene in the movie where you see a hat blow off down in the woods, and you kind of understand that the guy just had been killed. And there's 3 separate tracks of conversations I had with psychics, fortune tellers on the telephone, and mostly women who are telling me, my fortunes, my future. There's a lot of themes that that you'll hear over and over again about love, or about my professional life, and there's certain moments where we talk to dead people also, and so the piece kind of touches on the kind of like the wide breadth of possibilities that we have, but that we all at the end of the day really share like the same kind of fortune, So a lot of the show is like about this kind of journey that is our lives, Unfortunately, the paintings haven't been installed yet, but there's 5 paintings that are in the show, and they all depict forest scenes. And the 2 in this room are of these, like, kind of, the seasons changing almost, It's supposed to they're like autumn, the leaves are falling off the trees, and the wind is blowing them. And I think the impression you're supposed to get from this room with these paintings of the leaves blowing is maybe that the psychic voices are just kind of like the wind that's blowing the hat, almost, is what I like to think of it, propelling the hat kind of through its cycles. A lot of the discoveries that I make in my work happen in my studio. And I think a lot of the discoveries in this show happened outside of my studio. I kind of see it as a sort of tomb, almost like a sarcophagus or something like that. And that's why I chose to have it, facing up, because they would like ornament the, more like a casket would be ornamented on the top of it, as opposed to like a sign on the side. They're like fantastical moments that I saw in reality. I really thought that I saw this thing, and there was something unbelievable about it. It's almost like a miracle, even like that bridge, the fact that bridge survived as long as it did, that it still served its function seemed almost miraculous to me. And this rock kind of had the same feeling. So I don't know exactly, it's not really about any specific meaning. It's really just about that relationship that I had to coming upon it. And then there's this final piece. These shoes dance endlessly on the ceiling. And the piece is called Days of Heaven. And it's almost like the full realization of death in the show, where this essentially a ghost is dancing on top of us. You're always experiencing the whole show from no matter where you are. Like from where I'm standing now, I just watched the hat pass by. And when you're in the room with the hat, you're listening to the shoes. And in every space you hear your fortune being told. There's these 2 sides to the show. You're never completely in either side. You're always at some version of between the 2.